Hey sis, how old are you now? Dolly? I thought I hadn't heard from you in a while. What is it? Just tell me, how old are you? I'm 45. Oh, that's right. Oh, thank God. It's not like I've lost my mind or gone back in time. What do you mean? Sis, you're getting married. Mom told me. Oh my God. Mom told you? Yes, we're getting married in 3 months. My fiancé and I went to our parents' house yesterday to tell them. This is so big. Why aren't you inviting me? On the contrary, why do you think I would invite you? The family has severed all ties with you. That's just a front for Dad. Mom still calls me family. We keep in touch. Oh, really? I mean, that's not important right now. I heard that your fiancé is a young, handsome, 25-year-old CEO. You're a 45-year-old hag, and you're marrying a guy 20 years younger than you. I know being called an old hag is hard to hear, but yes, he's 25. That's the same age as me. Why would an ugly old hag like you, unsold merchandise, be able to marry a young, good-looking CEO? I don't get it. I mean, you're just trying to get back at me, aren't you? Pardon me? What do you mean? I'm a real daughter born from Mom and Dad, but you're only half-blood because you're the daughter of Dad and his ex-wife. You were jealous of me because I'm young, pretty, brilliant, and loved by Mom and Dad. So you whispered some lies into Daddy's ears and got me kicked out of the house. And you weren't satisfied with that. So you are going to marry a handsome CEO the same age as me. As if to show me how it's done. You have such a warped personality. I'm not trying to show off at all. I wasn't going to tell you about the marriage because you were kicked out of the house. I didn't know Mom was taking your side. She always said you're too old to be her daughter. She and you don't have a drop of blood between you. It's only natural that she'd love me, right? Oh, is that so? I didn't know she thought that. Well, when we get married, we'll build our own house near his office and move. And I'll be away from your mother, so I don't care. Why are you acting so smug? That's the kind of thing that has always pissed me off. If you're going to do this, there are things I can do as well. Sis, only 1 month left until the wedding. I have an unfortunate announcement for you. What is it? Ha ha ha! I'm in a soft and loving relationship with my sister's fiancé. Huh? He's 25 years old, the president of the company, Shane Greenwood. He's in a hotel with me right now. To be frank, I don't want to be disturbed by an older, haggard sister who is trying to get her hands on the goods. I heard that you work for Shane's company. I don't know how you got promoted, being an incompetent old hag. I'm amazed that you seduced the president of the company and got engaged to him. But I'm not going to let you get away with that. From now on, if I want to, I can tell Shane to fire my sister. If you think you can fight me just because you're the manager, you're gravely mistaken. What are you talking about? If it is my fiancé, he's with me right now. Who's Shane Greenwood? What? Are you trying to deceive me by pretending you don't know him? That's the kind of tactic you've been using to win Shane over, isn't it? But that kind of strategy won't work on me. You should know your place, you 45-year-old hag, marrying a handsome 25-year-old CEO. Shane said he would switch to me the moment he saw me. An old lady being the wife of the president is hilarious. He said he'd rather marry me, someone younger than him. Oh, is that so? I don't know what it is, but why don't you do whatever you want? I'll have the wedding as planned. There's no way you can do that. You're just in shock because you lost your fiancé to me. That must be why you can't think straight. My poor sister. Seriously, you're hilarious. Hey, sissy. Are you really going to have your wedding today? You're going to have a wedding even though you were rejected? That's amazing. You're so miserable. Are you crazy? I mean, you know the groom isn't going to be there, but you're just going through with the ceremony? That's so scary. Is it like they're going to use a mannequin as the groom? That's even more scary. Dolly, what are you babbling on about? If it's the groom you're talking about, we came to the wedding hall together, and we're both in the middle of getting ready. What? Even meeting up with a mannequin and getting ready? If you're that delusional, you're in trouble. Delusional? I mean, come on. Shane is with me right now. Oh, is that a fact? That's why you have no choice but to cancel the wedding today. No, your relationship and my marriage have nothing to do with each other. Huh? Are you a sore loser? I'm telling you, your groom is with me. There's no way you can have a wedding under the circumstances. It's not fair for an ugly hag to get engaged to a handsome executive. That's why I took him away from you. I get to be the boss's wife too, killing two birds with one stone. By the way, I went to City Hall yesterday to register our marriage, so you won't be able to take him back. As for me, I would have been happy to wait until after I watched your wedding ceremony get destroyed. But Shane said we should do it as soon as possible. I'm really loved. I see. So that's what you were aiming for. So take that. If you figured it out, why don't you call off the wedding? No matter how you try, there won't be a groom. It's really miserable to be dealing with a mannequin. I showed you what reality is. You're still being so full of delusion, you're scary. You're the one who's delusional, Dolly. Huh? My fiancé is called Roy Greenwood. You married Shane Greenwood. He's not the boss. What? What do you mean? Your fiancé is Roy Greenwood, not Shane? Shane Greenwood is my fiancé's twin brother. He was a former presidential candidate. What do you mean, former? He was going to be the president because he was the eldest son. But he was found to have embezzled company money and used it to play around with women. So he was eliminated as a candidate. At the same time, the father of the Greenwood family cut him off. So now he is an ordinary person with no connections to the company. He's my husband's twin brother. But when I first heard his name, it didn't ring a bell. It's because his existence has been erased from the Greenwood family's black history so that no one would talk about it. What? Embezzlement? Playing with women? That's a lie. He's not that kind of person. He says he's the president and he makes a lot of money. He also knows that you are the general manager. My name is on the company website. That's why he saw it and said it at random, didn't he? I heard he's always been good at lying to deceive women. That's not... I'm a customer relations person, so I put my name on the website for the customer's trust. I can't believe he would misuse my name for something like this. Maybe we need to rethink our policies a little. A lie! If that's the case, then where is Shane making his money from? If he's not the boss, how can he buy me bags and stuff? He's always at home. It's not like he works at a normal company. If you're always at home, aren't you a recluse? Maybe the money comes from other women paying. Or maybe he's won some money betting or something. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't work for our company. You must be crazy to think that a man who is always at home is the boss. I thought that because he's the boss, he can make money even if he lets employees do the work. I'm sorry, but being a boss is not such a leisurely job. Shane was kicked out of his parents' house. Roy, who wasn't supposed to be president, took over. He was working like a madman. He was trained from the ground up as an ordinary employee, making the rounds of clients, talking directly to customers, and so on. In the process, I had the opportunity to mentor him as a supervisor. That's how we got to know each other and we became lovers. I don't want to hear about the old lady's relationship. I mean, come on, Shane isn't the president? In fact, it's a lie that he might be a recluse, isn't it? Come on, why don't you ask him then? It's too late for that. He and I got registered yesterday. I remember you said he wanted to get married as soon as possible. Maybe he wanted to do it because he didn't want you to find out the truth and reject him. That's not true. You're lying because you're jealous of me. You're an old woman. You're doing this because you're jealous of me being so young, just like you kicked me out of the house so long ago. Oh, you're talking about the old days? As I recall, there was a big row when you stole my boyfriend. Dad got mad and kicked you out of the house. A womanizing husband and a predatory woman who repeatedly tries to steal my boyfriends. I think they make a perfect couple. I would never accept that. Trade husbands with me. I'm sorry, but... Now I'm angry. I'm gonna tell Dad about what happened today. You're the daughter of Dad's last wife. Maybe you think your dad is the only one who will stand by you. I'm going to go on a rampage and cry to him that you were bullying me. Do you think you can do that now? Do you know where your father is now? It's your wedding, right? Mom and I didn't get invitations. It's really rude to only invite Dad. But it's a nearby wedding anyway, right? It'll be easy to find if I look for it, and I'm going to get in and ruin the ceremony. The wedding is in Australia. What? You're kidding! An overseas wedding? Not just the wedding. I told you we were going to build our house near his company when we got married, right? The headquarters is actually in Australia. We're getting ready to build our own home, and Dad will be living here from now on. What? You and your mother didn't know that Dad was secretly preparing to move out? It's true. Dad's room is empty. Why did this happen? Why don't you ask yourself why this happened? Well, I have to get ready for the wedding. Bye. Sis! Wait a minute. I got married to a recluse. I'm not going to let you live a luxurious life abroad. Hey, answer me. My husband and I were blessed by our trusted relatives and colleagues. We had a happy wedding in Australia, and we are still living in Australia. My father has long been aware that my mother was secretly communicating with Dolly, whom she should have disowned. I am enjoying a relaxing life in retirement, free from the selfishness of mother and sister. Shane has been a recluse ever since he was kicked out of his parents' house and has been living off his women. He had 3 other women in addition to Dolly. Dolly wanted to divorce him, but Shane threatened her, and she had no choice but to stay married to him. Furthermore, Dolly was also asked by her mother to help her financially. It seems that her face and personality have become distorted due to stress and anger from all sides. Even though she is still in her late 20s, she has become old, looking like she is in her 40s. Lily, where did you go? We're leaving in about 10 minutes, so get back here as soon as you can. What? What do you mean leave? Where are we going? To the hospital. We're going to visit Dad today, right? Oh, that's right. Don't tell me you forgot about it. I just remembered now. But I can't go back. I promised to meet my boyfriend at night. So I have to go to the nail salon and hair salon before that. What? I can't believe you. Your dad is suffering from an illness. Did you forget that he's been told he doesn't have long to live? I can't believe you're prioritizing your boyfriend. Sis, what are you so angry about? Your face wrinkles when you're angry. You'll look even uglier than you do now. What? Whatever, just come home. Me and Jaden are waiting for you at our parents' house. So let's all go visit Dad. What? Jaden's coming too? Of course he is. He's my fiancé. I see. That's right. The fiancé's father is about to die. Of course he's coming. Don't say something like that. He's been told he doesn't have long to live. As I remember, he has about a month to live, right? When that happens, it's finally going to bring me a lot of money. I'm happy to get the company, but I'm also looking forward to the massive inheritance. I don't think he'll give the company to you. I don't think you, who's unemployed all the time and depending on your parents, I don't think you can be the president. Here we go again. Are you jealous of me, sis? What? Because what's the point of working when you can live on your parents' money? Being employed like you doesn't make sense to me, you know? And on top of that, living by yourself is such a waste of money. I'm better suited to be a president because I lead a more efficient life. What kind of logic is that? In this era, it's all about how efficiently you can live. Someone like you, a person full of waste, you can't manage a company, can you? You really don't understand anything about management. Despite living with our parents, haven't you learned anything from Dad? I don't want to hear that from you, who doesn't come home very often. Anyway, come back home. We are going to visit Dad. I don't want to. Do you think Dad would hand over the company to a daughter who doesn't even visit him? I wonder about that. Well, that part doesn't actually matter. What? I have a plan. Well then, bye, sis. Hey, wait a minute. Sis, I have some big news. I got engaged. What? So, the guy I've been dating for a long time proposed to me. He said he loves me so much and wants to be married as soon as possible. We're planning to register our marriage as soon as we're ready. Why at a time like this? What were you thinking about getting married when your father was going through such a hard time? Our deep love for each other can't be stopped by a dying father. Sis, I'm sorry. I got married first. Feeling jealous, huh? I'm more surprised than jealous. What? I wanted to make you jealous, so I messaged you as soon as possible. Oh, oops, my bad. I forgot to mention his name. His name is Jaden. I'm marrying Jaden. What? It's Jaden, your ex-fiancé. I'm sorry, sis. I stole your fiancé. You're joking, right? Why would he propose to you? Because he loves me. It's obvious. No way. He's engaged to me. And you said you were dating him for a long time? You cheated with my fiancé? Exactly. Did you not notice until now? Come to think of it, when we visited Dad last week, you said you were going on a date that night. Jaden went out that night too. He said he was with friends and he came back the next day. Could it be... We were staying at the hotel together. No way. We had a really good date night. Naturally, things got more exciting when we were in the hotel. When I looked into Jaden's eyes, I knew he was serious about me. He said he would leave you and be with me. And just as I expected, he proposed to me last night. I see. I was so happy. My dad will be gone soon. Now it's decided that the company and your fiancé are all mine. What? Why do you think you got the company? You know, Dad has this thing about not wanting a woman to run the company, right? I overheard him telling everyone he won't let either of us be president. He's going to write that in his will, right? Well, that's what he said when we went to visit him the other day. You weren't there, so how do you know about it? Of course! Jaden told me. Dad only has either me or my older sister as his children. So naturally, the next president will end up being the husband of one of us. In other words, the first one to get married before Dad dies. She will inherit the company. Stealing my sister's fiancé to prevent her from getting married. Now I will be the first one to get married. Honestly, it's such a brilliant plan. Are you serious? I can't believe you. I know you've been working hard all this time to gain Dad's approval as the next president, right? Well, that was really a waste, wasn't it? Having your fiancé and the company snatched away by someone you look down on. How does that feel? It's the worst. You and Jaden are both such jerks. Oh my God, you're so angry. But it's not my fault or Jaden's fault. If he marries one of us sisters, he will get the company. If that's the case, it's only natural that he'd choose me, the pretty one, over the ugly one. And the company will definitely do better if I run it, rather than my stupid sister. I will build up the company with him. I'm building a happy family, so you should just stick to your low-level job at a mediocre company forever, sis. Both of you will regret it. Why? I can't tell you now. Why don't you check the will? What? I can't believe you screamed and stormed out of Dad's funeral. What were you thinking? That's my line. Dad said he wouldn't let the woman take over the company, right? Why does Dad's will say that the company should be handed over to my sister? It's not just the company. It also says most of the inheritance goes to me. Why? Why? Your story doesn't match at all. It's your fault for not listening to me. Mom told me, since you married Jaden, you never visited Dad once, and you didn't listen to Mom's advice either. So what? We're newlyweds. We should be enjoying our new married life together, right? Ever since I took away your fiancé, Mom has been lecturing me and nagging me. We were just waiting for him to pass away so there's no need to visit him. That way of thinking was your downfall. Because I thought Dad wouldn't change his mind. He announced a decision in front of the family. So based on his personality, I thought it wouldn't happen. He's a stubborn, old-fashioned man, but he's not someone who doesn't understand. He's a man who's been president for decades. He knows there are times when flexibility is necessary. What do you mean? Jaden seems to have a huge amount of debt. What? After finding out about the affair, I did some investigation on him, and a lot of things came out. Not just debts, but crimes he committed when he was a student, and his troubles with women. Crimes? Troubles with women? There's no way he'd be involved in such things. Jaden is a diligent guy. A diligent guy wouldn't cheat on his fiancée. That's... After considering everything, I've come to the conclusion that he approached me for money. Now that he knows he can be president no matter who he marries, me or Lily. I guess he chose you, who seem to be dumb. I told Dad about it and asked him to reconsider. And then, Dad promised to hand over the company to me. Oh no! It's frustrating that I didn't see that my ex-fiancé was a terrible person. But I'm glad you took him from me. No way! Jaden loves me. He proposed to me because he loves me more than you. We were bound by true love. Then, where's Jaden now? After Dad's funeral and the announcement of the will, he disappeared. You haven't seen or heard from him since then. You went looking for him, but he hasn't come back yet, right? He just went to the convenience store or something. Of course he'll be back soon. Since he realized he couldn't become the president, did he abandon you and run away? No way! Oh, really? Well, it's none of my business anymore. I don't care. Sis, why are you being so cold? Just because you got the company and the inheritance, you think you're better than me? I mean, why do you get a larger share of the inheritance? Even if there was a problem with Jaden, I didn't do anything wrong. So Dad's inheritance should be divided equally. What do you mean you didn't do anything wrong? What are you talking about when you took away my fiancé? But ultimately, it's good that you found out about Jaden's true color, right? That's a different issue. But do you know when Dad was young, somebody tried to kidnap Mom? You know that story, right? What? Someone tried to take her hostage to demand money from Dad. I've never heard of that story. He was always telling this story to us. You lived with them for a long time, but you didn't know anything about your father. I wasn't interested. What does that story have to do with anything now? In the end, Dad desperately searched for Mom and managed to rescue her. But ever since then, Dad came to despise people who use others for money and those who try to get involved with someone else's lover. What? It's almost like what happened with you and Jaden. Actually, Dad didn't want to give you any of the inheritance. But he left you a little as a final gesture of kindness. You can use it as a stepping stone to get a job. From now on, live independently without relying on your parents. Oh no! We are lucky that our dad is a kind man. If he were like you, only thinking about efficiency, he wouldn't have wanted to leave you any inheritance. Well, he could have just given the inheritance normally. He's so stingy. Are you serious? You haven't reflected at all, have you? Why do I have to reflect? I absolutely won't accept this will. Dad's company is mine. I'll take all of his inheritance. I'll take everything away from you. If you really try that, I'll call the police." "The police? You mean you're going to turn your sister into the police?" "I don't want an insane woman like you as my sister. As soon as you married Jaden and moved out of the family home, your mother gave up on you too. If you don't want to be locked up, you better live a life of remorse at best." Jaden, who had disappeared, seems to have returned a few days later. It seems he ran out of money, and he was after Lily's meager inheritance. Lily, knowing Jaden's true nature, got seriously furious, leading to a heated physical fight. A few days later, they sneaked into the company I inherited. They were caught by security guards, and both got kicked out together. I originally quit the company I worked for, and am now working hard as the president, inheriting my father's position. I will do my best not to betray the expectations of my father, who believed in me and entrusted me with his company.
Sorry, Tom. I'm going to be working late again today.
Understood. Are you okay? According to the weather forecast, it's going to snow heavily later today. You shouldn't stay too late.
It's the busy season. Anyway, will you do me a favor?
A favor?
I was in a rush this morning and left my house key.
Oh, I see. Then I'll stay up and wait for you. Just let me know when you come home. Around midnight?
Yes, thanks.
Don't worry about it. Good luck at work.
Hey, Tom, I'm home. Can you open the door? Tom, are you asleep?
No, I'm awake.
Will you unlock the door? It's freezing outside and it's snowing like crazy. It's minus 10 degrees.
Sorry, I can't.
What?
I'm at my parents'. I'm not home.
At your parents'? I see. Your car is gone. Why?
I'm worried about Mom, of course. She's been living alone since my dad passed away last year. I feel bad for her to be left alone on such a cold and snowy day.
But you said you'd wait at home until I got home. Don't you care about me?
I don't care about you. Why don't you sleep in the yard?
I can't sleep outside on a snowy day like this. Fine then. I keep a duplicate key hidden under a flower pot for emergencies. What? No way. Where's my key?
Are you an idiot? Of course I have it.
Why would you do that? I don't get it.
What? I'm the one who doesn't get it, you idiot.
Huh? Are you calling me an idiot?
It's almost Christmas time and you're leaving your husband alone, going to work early in the morning every day and coming home later at night. You are a terrible wife. You deserve to be in the snowy yard to reflect on your mistake.
I'll freeze to death. It's the end of the year. It's the busiest time. You know how busy my work is every year at this time, don't you? Why do you suddenly start talking like that?
What do you mean by busiest time? I know you're seeing someone.
What?
I saw you the other day. You and a young man walking together.
When was that? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. Just sit in the yard and think about what you've done. A cheating wife like you should freeze to death.
Hey, Tom, please answer me. It's an emergency. Our neighbor found a woman in our front yard. She told me that a woman was lying in the snow. She called an ambulance since we weren't home at that time. When I asked her about the woman's description, she looked just like your mom. You're with her, aren't you? Is she okay? I don't know what's going on, but I'm on my way to the hospital anyway. Call me when you see this.
So, a woman was taken to the hospital last night? Was she in critical condition? You are a horrible woman to go that far to try to bring me back.
Huh?
You even got our neighbor involved. Aren't you embarrassed as a wife? Did you think you could take me back by using my mother as an excuse? That's ridiculous. You are cheating on me, aren't you?
Did you see the message I sent you yesterday? I'm at the hospital now.
So what?
Your mother told me everything. You planned that, didn't you?
Huh?
I was wondering what was going on because you suddenly started accusing me of cheating. But it was you who was cheating on me.
Huh? You're the one who cheated on me. Why are you blaming me?
Your mom was in a dangerous situation last night. She's recovered enough to have a conversation. She remembers what happened last night and told the police about it.
What? The police? What she's talking about? There's no evidence.
If you're going to play dumb, I'll explain it to you. Yesterday afternoon, your mother saw you cheating on me and told you to apologize to me. You forced her to get in your car in the snow. She would have been in danger if it hadn't been for our neighbor across the street. You told her to forget what she saw and said something terrible such as freeze to death. She walked to our place to tell me what happened. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. She was waiting for me in the yard, freezing and buried in the snow. If it hadn't been for our neighbor across the street, she would have been in real danger.
No way. That's not possible. You're saying I dumped my mom in the street? And then I said a terrible thing to her and let her buried in the snow? I went all the way to her house to check on her because I was worried. I am the best son ever.
How dare you blabber about things like that?
I won't allow you to give false statements to the police. Do you have any proof?
Your mother is a victim. She has scars and bruises. She's better now, so she can give credible testimony.
That's a lie.
We can't prove your verbal abuse towards your mother, but I have the messages you sent me. A cheating wife like you should freeze to death, right? At least we have hard evidence. You're the kind of person who talks like that.
What's that got to do with anything? Can you prove I said the same thing to my mother?
You knew I left the house without my keys. You intentionally took my duplicate key, didn't you? Depending on how you look at it, this could also be seen as part of your attempted murder to freeze me to death.
What do you mean?
I've submitted your message to the police as evidence.
Okay, I'm sorry about the outburst, but you have no proof anywhere that I was cheating on you. I just lost my temper because my mom accused me of cheating, which was untrue. Just that.
The woman you're cheating with? Her name is Iris, isn't it?
What? No way. How did you even know her name?
Do you admit you had an affair with her?
No, it's nothing.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Huh?
How long do you think it's been since the incident? Don't you think I've already done some research?
What the hell? If you have something to say, say it.
You're at her place right now, aren't you?
Huh?
The police are on their way there now.
The police? Why?
Because it's an attempted murder, of course. We've already ensured no one is at your parents' house. We know you took your car too.
Seriously?
Your mom saw you cheating yesterday afternoon. Surveillance cameras at the restaurant caught you two on a date.
Iris has nothing to do with it. Please, don't call the police.
Iris's father is an executive of a company, right? Your company does business with them, right?
How do you know?
The executive know that his daughter is having an affair with his business partner, and he finds out that you left your mother and wife out in the snow to freeze to death. I wonder how he'd feel.
Okay, I'll divorce you.
Why do you think you have a right to make a decision? Don't get me wrong, your mother and I are leaving you. You will pay your mother alimony for the attempted murder, and me for cheating. I'll make sure you'll pay for what you did.
Wait a minute. Alimony is too much. After all, my mom is okay. You'll be fine if I divorce you, right? I'm getting married to Iris. You can live your life as you like.
Marry Iris? Are you seriously saying that?
Of course I am. Unlike you, a wife who works all the time and leaves her husband alone, Iris wants to be a full-time housewife and cooks me delicious meals every day. She says she loves me. She's like an angel.
An angel, huh?
What's funny?
The only reason she can be an angel is because she has money. She can spend her daddy's money like it's gonna go out of trend. That's why she is nice to you, who doesn't have the resources to support a family by himself. If she loses her father's backing, a bum like you will be the first one to be dumped. Rumor has it that Iris has many wealthy patrons.
Patrons? No, that's impossible. She said I'm the only one she loves.
Also about your mom, she's not in a life-threatening condition, but she'll stay here for a while. She has mild frostbite on her hands and feet and will need medical treatment. She will ask you through her lawyer to pay for her treatment. Your mother doesn't consider you her son anymore. She is upset to know that you are the kind of man who would cheat on his wife. Instead of showing remorse, you let your mom buried in the snow. And to top it off, you blamed me for the affair I didn't commit and locked me out of the house. Your mom is very upset.
Oh no. Okay, I apologize. I'm going to the hospital. Just tell me which one.
Why should I tell you that? You won't be able to come anyway.
What?
I told you the police are on their way. They should be there anytime soon.
Oh, wait. I hear the sirens.
I wanted you to be there until they got there. I was trying to buy some time. Thank God you're too stupid to notice that.
Wait a minute. What's going to happen to me?
Who cares?
You should. Don't you think you're being a little cold? I'm your husband.
My frustration level is about to hit its limit. I'll just have to go through a lawyer.
Lawyer? That's too much. You still love me, right? You're trying to get my attention by making a big deal out of it, aren't you? Alright then. I'm not divorcing you.
Shut up already.
What?
Well, goodbye then. The police raided Iris's house and got Tom and Iris. Iris knew Tom was married, but she didn't know about the incident. She became furious with Tom and told her father. Iris's father ended his business with Tom's company, and Tom was fired. I, of course, divorced Tom. His mother also disowned him. The court ordered Tom to pay compensation for the affair and a large amount of alimony and medical expenses for his mother. Now he is working day and night to pay us. I keep my friendship with Tom's mother and continue to work as hard as ever.
Hey, honey. Do you have time now?
Yeah, sure. Have you finished work already?
Well, actually, my boss suddenly asked me to go on a business trip just now.
Business trip?
Sorry, I couldn't refuse it, even though it's a critical time. Someone in my department quit without a notice. I tried negotiating with him to see if there was anyone else who could go. But it's a busy time for the company, and everyone's stretched thin, you know? I have no choice but to go.
Oh, bummer. But hey, work's work. You can't help it. So, when are you leaving?
Well, tomorrow.
What?
I know. I'll have to catch the first Amtrak in the morning.
Baby's due date's in a week, you know. It's my first time. It feels daunting without you around.
Yeah, I know. I don't feel right if you're alone during labor. Is it possible for your mom to come and stay with you?
Well, ideally, I'd want to ask her, but she's taking care of my grandpa, so it might be difficult. Considering that I gave up on staying with her before childbirth, you know?
In that case, I'll explain the situation to my mom and ask her to be prepared just in case something happens. Fortunately, she's just a 5-minute drive away. She adores you, so I'm sure she'll agree to help.
Oh, that'll be great. Thanks, hon.
And I'll try to wrap up the trip early somehow.
But don't push yourself too hard, okay? It wouldn't be good if you fell ill or something.
Yeah, I know. Love you.
Hi, Molly. It's been a while. Oh, wow, Vanessa, long time indeed. It's been like 3 years since last time, right? Geez, has it been that long? Your kids must have grown a lot. Yep, my oldest is already an 8th grader, so I'm actually reaching out today because I have a favor to ask about the kids. Okay. You're on maternity leave and staying at home, right? Yeah, that's true. And Hayden's away right now, yeah? He's on a business trip. What about it? Oh, what luck. Excuse me? If that annoying brother of mine isn't around, there's no need to hold back, you know. I'm going to drop off my kids there now, so look after them. Wait, are you serious? Are you back at your parents' place? I had a fight with my husband and got kicked out of the house, so I came back for the time being. Since you're living nearby, it would be a waste not to take advantage of that and have you babysit them while I go out. No way. My due date's in a week and I could go into labor any time. So what? If contractions start, just call a cab and head to the hospital. What about your kids during that time? You have like 7 of them. It's fine. The older ones can take care of the younger ones. That's so irresponsible. So I'm heading your way now. No, wait. Vanessa, even if you bring the kids here, I can't take care of them. Vanessa, how could you just leave your 7 kids behind without notifying me? What the heck are you thinking? Thanks for taking care of the kids today. It was such a relief to get a break and spread my wings a bit. You're unbelievable. Leaving the kids at my doorstep without even letting me know. Come on, if I let you know, you'd refuse, right? But if you see your nieces and nephews right in front of you, you can't just ignore them. So I decided to leave them quietly. What if I hadn't noticed them for a while? Were you planning to make them wait outside for hours? Oh, come on. The oldest is 15, She would have buzzed the doorbell or knocked on the door. It's outrageous to leave 7 kids with me. It's just for one day, no big deal. They started playing tag inside the house and went out of control. Also, they tried eating stuff from the fridge and rummaged through shelves with valuable items. With my huge full-term belly, I can't chase after these agile kids. It was chaos, and I was so exhausted that I passed out after they left. Oh yeah, and? What do you mean? I deal with that kind of chaos every single day. Don't complain after watching them for just a day. But I'm approaching the due date. Oh, please, don't fake being sick or something just because you're close to giving birth, okay? I can see through your act. After all, I've given birth to 7 kids. I can tell when someone's faking it. It's not a fake sickness. Everyone has their own discomforts, and I don't want to be compared to your time. Pregnancy isn't an illness, so why are you being so naive? Anyway, I'll drop them off again tomorrow, so be ready. What? Oh, by the way, Mom caught a cold and is bedridden right now. Oh no. And since Dad's taking care of her at home, don't think of relying on them. Please take care of my kids responsibly. No way. I absolutely can't tomorrow. Please, don't just leave them behind again.
How are you doing, hon? Oh, maybe you're asleep? I wanted to message you earlier, but work dragged on. Sorry for getting in touch late.
Honey, so glad to hear from you.
Oh, good to see your reply. How's everything on your end? It seems I won't be able to head back for a while. If you're in a bind, contact Mom right away, okay?
Honey, I need help.
What's going on?
Vanessa had a fight with her husband and got kicked out of the house. She's back home with your parents right now.
Oh my god.
She left her 7 kids at my doorstep and went off somewhere to hang out.
What the? I mean, you guys weren't that close, were you? Why would she turn to you instead of Mom and Dad?
According to her, it's lucky that her annoying brother is away on a business trip.
Seriously, was she just waiting for me to be away?
I couldn't leave the kids outside, so I had to let them in the house. I thought of asking your mom for help, but Vanessa said not to rely on her since she's sick and your dad's taking care of her.
Really? I haven't heard anything about her being sick.
So she plans to leave her kids with me again tomorrow.
We have to stop that at all costs. I'll reach out to her and warn her not to bother you again. I'll try to get in touch with my parents just in case. When I called Mom yesterday, she sounded perfectly fine. I don't think she's so sick that she needs nursing.
Thanks, honey. Let me know how it goes. Hi, Molly. I left the 7 kids at your doorstep again. Take care of them for me. Wait, Vanessa, you weren't supposed to do that today. I know you snitched on me to Hayden. Well, he called me last night and gave me an earful. He thinks I'm doing something horrible to his wife in the last month of pregnancy. It isn't an illness, but he's overly soft on you about it. You were warned not to bother me, right? So why did you bring the kids again today? I have plans with a friend, so what am I supposed to do? I told him I wouldn't trouble you anymore and apologized, just to shut him up. I gotta show a bit of subservience, or he won't shut up. But whether I actually obey is another story, you know. He's away on a business trip and can't keep an eye on me. So yeah, I'm heading out to have fun, take good care of my kids again. I seriously can't help you today. I told you faking an illness is useless yesterday. I need an ambulance right away. Huh? I felt a strange pressure in my stomach moments ago, and now something like water came out. What? Your water broke? I think so. I have to go to the hospital now. I can't take care of your kids. Come get them quickly. But I'm already on my way to meet my friend. I can't come back now. I'm counting on you to take care of them. Hey, Molly, I come to pick up the kids, but the door is locked. Are they inside? Hello? Did you take them with you to the hospital? Well, if you're looking after them, that's fine. But it'll be a hassle if they went missing or something. Can you at least tell me where they are? Hey, Molly!
Vanessa?
Oh, Molly finally replied. What have you been up to? Where are my kids?
It's not her, it's Hayden.
Oh, Hayden. Why are you using her phone?
She just gave birth and is sleeping in the hospital room.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep her phone for a few days in case you try to contact her.
But...
You showed up out of nowhere and wreaked havoc on my precious wife.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm by her side now.
How? You were supposed to be away for another week.
I cut the trip short and rushed back. Mom called me this morning. Molly called to tell her that her water had broken. She rushed over and drove her to the hospital. And guess what? She found your kids at our doorstep. She asked Dad to take them to their house. What the heck were you thinking? I mean, I just told you not to leave the kids with Molly yesterday.
Don't get so worked up. I heard everything was fine with her pregnancy and didn't think her water would break.
What the heck? You've been through childbirth. You should know it's not unusual for a baby to come earlier. I managed to cut the trip short and head straight to the hospital. Luckily, I made it just in time for the birth. Forcing the heavily pregnant Molly to deal with 7 unruly kids was outrageous.
Jeez, she was just lounging around at home, so I thought I'd give her some parenting practice. It was my way of kindness.
That's rubbish.
Hey.
This so-called kindness of yours put her in a tough spot during her late pregnancy. I won't let you get away with it, so brace yourself.
Ugh, whatever. Families should help each other when in need. And the baby was born safely in the end, so there's no point in hammering me.
Sounds like you don't grasp the gravity of your action. Talking to you won't solve anything. I'll handle this my way. How are you feeling, hun?
I'm alright. Looks like we'll be discharged tomorrow as planned.
That's a relief. Sorry for the trouble caused by my sister. I had firmly told her not to go to you, so I never expected her to bring the kids again the next day. I let my guard down as she sounded sorry.
It's not your fault. I also didn't expect her to leave the kids behind 2 days in a row. But thanks to your mom's quick response, the delivery went smoothly.
Yeah, she wasn't actually sick and bedridden as Vanessa claimed. So after you're discharged, I'm wondering if you could stay with your parents for a few days.
Why?
I've already gotten their permission.
Is something wrong?
Well, Vanessa seemed to have caused quite a mess. I'm perplexed right now. I'll explain in detail once things settle down. There's a chance she might show up at our place in a panic. So I want you and the baby to be safe for a while.
But my mom's busy with caregiving, so she might not be able to help me with the baby.
Oh, that's fine. While you're there, your sister promises to come over and help you guys. You know she and her husband don't have kids yet, so she's okay with leaving home for a few days.
Oh, that's sweet of her. By the way, how are Vanessa's kids doing now?
They're being taken care of at my parents' place.
Your parents are looking after them now?
Don't worry about our side, hon. Prioritize resting and taking care of yourself.
Thanks, love. So I'll wait for the update.
Sorry for causing all this trouble.
Hayden! Hey, Hayden!
Yes, Vanessa? What's up? You sound flustered.
I'm back at my house now, but Alex isn't here. There's a note on the coffee table saying I'm divorcing you. Why would he suddenly want a divorce? I've been calling and texting, but I can't reach him at all. Do you know where he is?
I'm surprised too. I never expected you to be having an affair. And the person you're involved with is married too, right?
Oh, how do you know about it? I thought it would never get out.
You said you had a fight with Alex and went back to Mom and Dad's. But you weren't really there, right? You left your kids with Molly to hang out with your boyfriend. Apparently, Alex has been suspicious of you for a while. When you said you'd take all the kids back to the parents' place, he consulted me. So I hired a private investigator to look into you.
You went to that extent?
Of course, Alex was on board. Mom and Dad are strict, so leaving all 7 kids and hanging around would never fly. But you knew that Molly, being the kind soul she is, couldn't refuse you. You deliberately didn't leave the kids with their parents, but brought them to her. Despite the volatility of the situation, given my absence while she was about to give birth. If anything had happened to her or the baby during this time, how did you plan to take responsibility for that?
Stop it! I've been raising my kids with all my heart until now. So what's wrong with blowing off steam once in a while?
Cheating on your spouse with a married man isn't just blowing off steam, you know.
But a divorce is overreacting. We have 7 kids together.
Alex plans to ask for alimony from you.
No freaking way.
Why wouldn't he? You betrayed him big time.
You think I'll be able to pay for that? I'm a homemaker. I don't work.
Just so you know, neither Dad nor Mom, and definitely not me, have any intention of helping you. You'll have to figure this out on your own.
Oh, come on. Fine, not a big deal. If he really wants a divorce, I'll give it to him. After all, my boyfriend's an elite working at a big company. He'll pay for it in the blink of an eye.
Oh, I hear he's getting fired.
What?
Found out through a private investigator. Turns out he was sent to the current branch due to past troubles at the company. It's like he barely saved his job. Despite that, he was skipping work to hang out with you. I'm sure he can't get away from serious disciplinary action.
OMG.
And also, it seems he's in debt from gambling. He might not even have the money to pay his wife's alimony.
No way. Hayden.
Just to be clear again, neither I nor Dad or Mom have any intention of helping you. You're on your own.
Darn it. Oh, I got it. If I can get child support, I can offset it against the alimony, right?
You won't get child support.
Why not?
Don't tell me you plan on taking custody of the kids yourself.
Of course, I'm their mother.
So do you know where they are right now?
Oh, that. No one told me, and I've been really worried. They're not with Mom and Dad. Where are they?
They're with Alex.
Oh, no. Who permitted you to do that? Their custody should be discussed between me and Alex.
Shut up. You don't seem to have any intentions of properly raising them. You left the kids with Molly, who was in her final week of pregnancy, just so you could spend time with your boyfriend. After she was taken to the hospital, you just left them with our parents, without visiting even once.
But...
Talking to you is pointless. I've realized that once again this time.
Wait a sec.
I'm done. I'll cut ties with you.
No way.
Have a good life.
After Vanessa got kicked out of her house permanently, she tried to move in with her parents. However, they didn't tolerate what she had done and denied her. Obviously, Alex has got custody of the kids. They're currently living with his parents while getting help from them. Vanessa was charged with alimony and child support. Being a homemaker without any savings, she ended up taking out a loan to make these payments. I heard she started a live-in job to repay the debt, but she doesn't have much money left after that. She used to enjoy splurging and having fun, but now she gets no room for self-indulgence. She pretty much has to lay low and be responsible. On the other hand, I'm in a complete frenzy with my first-time parenting. Thanks to Hayden, who's actively helping with housework and babysitting, I'm enjoying this new chapter of my life. Having 7 kids like Vanessa would be a bit too much for us. But we love kids, so we're thinking of trying for another one someday.
Sarah, it's already late. Where are you and why haven't you prepared dinner? Sarah. Hi, Diane. I'm picking up Janet now. Picking up? Yes, because every Wednesday she has piano lessons. You know that, don't you, Diane? Oh, yes, that's right. Then what about my dinner? When are you coming home? I made dinner this morning. It's in the fridge. I just have to reheat it. It will be ready when I get home. How many times do I have to tell you? What? I've told you since you moved in with me. I told you to serve the food freshly prepared. Well, it's impossible to serve freshly made food when I have to run errands in the evening. Can't I just prepare it beforehand? I'm starving and I want to eat right now. You're an insane daughter-in-law as always. It's already past 7 at night. Aren't you ashamed of being a wife playing around at this hour? I told you earlier, I'm here to pick up my daughter. I'm not playing around. If you're hungry, go ahead and eat. Just heat it up in the microwave and it's good to go. Oh my. You want me to microwave it? You're trying to boss your mother-in-law around? Well, anyone can use the microwave, right? Are you saying you don't even want to do that? You really are a cocky daughter-in-law, aren't you? It's a daughter-in-law's job to cook and put food on the table. Yet you try to make me do it. When I was young, I never disobeyed my mother-in-law. I used to say yes to everything she told me to do and obeyed her. Well, what should I do? Do you want me to tell my daughter to quit piano? I'm not asking Janet to quit piano. She has a talent for music just like me. But I don't think it's a good idea to send her to lessons at night. If it's earlier in the day, you can cook dinner too. I'm working. I can't drop her off and pick her up during the day. If you insist on changing the lessons to earlier time, I'll have to ask you to pick Janet up. I don't want to. Why should I, your mother-in-law, take your place? So, it can't be helped that the lessons are at this time. Please, put up with the pre-made food for just once a week. Then why don't you quit your job? Huh? Even if you don't force yourself to work, you can make ends meet on my son's salary. You can't do proper housework because you're working. A woman working doesn't make much money. Quit your job. It's true that I don't earn much. We may be able to live on my husband's salary alone. But for the sake of my daughter's future, I want to work and save as much money as possible. Besides, my husband and I are paying for your living expenses. If you're not happy that I can't do housework properly, I'd like you to help me a little too. What? You want me to help you? I'm too weak to do housework. That's why we live together. But, Diane, you go out with your friends all the time, don't you? Well, ever since your husband passed away, you became obsessed with a male singer. You go to his concerts and take the train to buy his stuff, right? You're doing well enough, aren't you? Shut up! Are you trying to tell me that I'm too old to be obsessed with a singer? He's my only reason for living. Don't meddle in other people's hobbies. I don't mean to deny your hobbies. I'm just asking you to put yourself in my shoes and help me do the housework while I work. My husband helps me on his days off, which is great. But it's really hard to do all the housework after working full-time. If you have the energy to go out and play, I'd like you to at least prepare dinner once in a while. You know, I worked hard enough when I was younger. I've given so much to my parents-in-law and my husband over the years. Why can't I just relax and play in my old age? Then please stop constantly criticizing my methods. When I clean the house, you complain that it's dirty here and dirty there. You make me redo things right away. And you're always complaining about my cooking. And at the worst time, you even threw away my cooking, didn't you? That's your fault, isn't it? I'm telling you to learn the taste of my family's cooking as soon as possible. No matter how many times I make you cook, all you can do is make bad food. But my husband and daughters say it's delicious. If it doesn't suit my taste buds, it's meaningless. Since you've married into my family, I have to have the traditional taste of my family's cooking passed down to you. But I think it's terrible to throw my cooking away. What's wrong with throwing away something that tastes bad and is inedible? If I get sick to my stomach because of you, will you take responsibility? What? And I told you not to cook greasy food because it's oily and bad for you. You don't listen to me and keep serving greasy food. Diane, you prefer healthy food, so I only cook greasy food once in a while. But Janet is still in elementary school. She'll want to eat hamburgers and French fries once in a while. If I only make healthy food, she'll get bored, won't she? Then, why don't you make a different menu just for Janet? It's as simple as that. Just prepare both healthy and greasy food. I'm too busy to make both menus. I can't do such a complicated thing. See? That's how you always defy me. You're my daughter-in-law, so you should listen to me. Diane, if you hate me so much, shall we end living together? Huh? When my husband and I got married, we planned to live on our own as a couple. But your husband passed away suddenly after our wedding. You said, I'm worried about living alone because I'm frail. I really want to live with you. So you moved in with us. But you're healthy enough to be obsessed with a male singer. You seem to have more than enough energy. Yet you don't do any housework and complain to me all the time. I've reached my limit. What are you talking about? I'm the one taking care of Janet. I don't do housework, but I'm helping you raise your kid. You should be thankful. You're not taking care of her, but you're literally just watching her, aren't you? Huh? When my daughter was a baby, you only held her in your arms on a whim. You never tried to help with feeding her or changing her diaper. You never took her to and picked her up from daycare. You never played in the park. You never read a picture book. The only parenting you did was to watch TV with my daughter. You're so annoying. It's enough just to be there for her. Anyway, I'll continue to live with you. I'm living with my adorable granddaughter. I don't want to be separated from her. Oh, I've got an idea. What? Why don't you just leave by yourself? I'll live with my son and granddaughter. You can just go away, Sarah. No way. If I leave, what about the housework? Of course, you will do it. Excuse me? Even if we live separately, you'll still be my daughter-in-law. You can come to our house like a housekeeper and do the housework. That's absurd. Listen, don't forget that you are the one who married into this family. It is the duty of a daughter-in-law to listen to what her mother-in-law tells her to do. Don't even think of having your mother-in-law do the housework. When you are done picking up your daughter, come home quickly and heat up the food. Hey, Sarah. I told you so many times, but you still don't get it? Sarah, where are you? Don't ignore me. Pick up the phone. Sorry, Diane. I'm in the middle of buying some groceries and didn't notice your call. You've been trying to reach me. What's going on? Don't play dumb with me. You've been harassing me like crazy. What? Harassing? I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? Are you still trying to get away with it? You're disgusting. I don't understand why you're upset. I have no idea. It's the food. What? What's that food on the table? Oh, that's today's dinner. I warned you many times, but you keep cooking greasy food again. You have no remorse. I'm sorry, Diane. It's a special occasion. Huh? All I have there is greasy food, but I'll prepare something else for you when I get back. You can't fool me like that. You were going to harass me, weren't you? No, I wasn't. I'll make healthy food as well. Please leave the food on the table as it is. Oh, I'm so pissed off. You take every opportunity to put out dishes I don't like. I really hate you. I'm not harassing you. Just today, please spare me the trouble. I have to drive now, so if you'll excuse me. Sarah! What a shameless daughter-in-law. That's how you make fun of me. I'll thoroughly punish you, Sarah. Remember that. Diane, where are you now? Diane? Oh, Sarah. I'm sorry I couldn't answer the phone. I'm out with a friend right now. When I came home, all the food I made was gone. You were home a while ago, weren't you? Where did all the food go? All the dishes on the table went to the trash. What? I threw away the cake too. Oh no, what have you done? I took the time to make it. I did it to make you reflect on what you've done. Reflect? I just told you not to cook greasy food. Yet you put lots of greasy food on the table. There were so many greasy dishes like fried chicken and French fries. On top of that, there was even a whole cake full of whipped cream in the fridge. My doctor warns me that I'm overweight. I'm going to get sick if you make me eat that stuff. I was so mad that I got rid of them all.
That's terrible.
I felt so exhilarated when I threw your food in the trash. Oh, I feel so much better now.
Diane, don't you know what day it is today?
Huh? What day? It may be a very important day for me, but it has nothing to do with you, right?
Excuse me? What are you saying? Today is Janet's birthday.
What?
I usually mainly cook healthy food, but just for today, I made Janet's favorite dishes.
Janet's birthday. Oh yes, that's right.
I guess you forgot about it, but even if you did forget, you didn't notice the cake?
Huh?
On the plate it said, "Happy birthday, Janet." When you saw that, you'd know what day it was, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I was so mad that I didn't look at it carefully before I threw it away.
I can't believe it.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I thought you knew. I make a cake for Janet's birthday every year. We celebrate together, remember?
What could I do? Today was the release date of my favorite singer's new song. I've been looking forward to it for months. That's all I could think about. That's why I completely forgot it was Janet's birthday. I'm at the music store with a friend, and we got the CD that we were looking for.
What a pity. So you care more about your favorite singer's CD than your grandchild?
What's the problem with that? He's my reason for living. I love my granddaughter, but he's just as important to me as my granddaughter.
I see. But to throw away all the food I cooked for my daughter's birthday and ruin it? That's awful.
I'm sorry I threw out the food, but you don't have to be so angry. There's no use crying over spilled milk. If you don't have the food and the cake, you can just buy them. You can go to any convenience store or supermarket around here. They probably have cakes.
That's not the point. I wanted Janet to have a homemade cake. Janet's been looking forward to it. She's been crying ever since she came home.
I told you I'm sorry. Okay, I'll buy a cake for you. I'll even put a birthday plate on it. How's that?
You don't get anything. I've made up my mind.
What?
My husband, my daughter, and I are leaving.
What?
I don't want to live with someone who throws away my cooking. I don't want to live with you anymore. And you even threw away the cake that my daughter was looking forward to? It's just too much.
I just didn't know. If I had known it was my granddaughter's birthday, I would have held back and eaten the fried chicken or the cake.
Regardless of whether it's her birthday or not, I can't tolerate you making a mockery of my food. Living with you is bad for my daughter's education.
You're overreacting just because I threw away the dishes? I understand. I won't do it again, so forgive me. You want to leave a frail old woman alone?
You're not weak in any way, and it will be good for you too. Wouldn't you be better off without your hateful daughter-in-law who can't do housework properly? Go ahead, live alone as you like.
Wait a minute. You haven't heard my son's opinion, have you? I don't care how much you hate being with me. You can't leave if my son doesn't want to. My son loves me. I'm sure he'll take my side.
Unfortunately, no one is on your side in this house.
Huh?
Actually, my husband was talking about moving out too.
No way.
He knows that you're picking on me.
That can't be true. I've been a good mother-in-law in front of my son. You told my son on me?
He was aware of it before I even told him. You must have been warned by him several times, but no matter how many times you were scolded, you continued to harass me. Even when I pleaded for you to stop,
You continued to harass me as if you didn't care. You escalated your bullying. That's your fault, isn't it, for constantly challenging me? Huh? What I was doing was not bullying, but educating my daughter-in-law. I'm trying to educate you, but you don't listen to me at all. I've worked hard to win your approval. The way I clean, the way I season my food. I've done everything you told me to do. But no matter how hard I tried, it was all for naught. You gave me a hard time all the time. You made me redo the cleaning again and again, and you would throw away the dishes I made right in front of me. Then I realized you didn't want to educate me. You just wanted to be mean. No, that's not true. I was really thinking of you, Sarah. I was just trying to be strict with you so that you could become a full-fledged wife. I apologize if you were having a hard time. From now on, I'll be kinder to you. No matter what excuses you give me, I won't change my mind. I'll take my daughter and leave. Wait a minute, Sarah. I have to ask my son directly for his opinion first. I'm sure my husband agrees with me. If he finds out you ruined his precious daughter's birthday party, I'm sure he would say he's leaving too. Well, I'll get started on the preparations for the move out. So please enjoy your shopping at the music store. Wait, Sarah. I apologize for everything I've done. Please, don't leave me alone. Shortly thereafter, I moved out with my husband and daughter. We moved into an apartment. Diane was left alone. She contacted me and my husband again and again, begging us to come back. Of course, we refused. My daughter also says that she absolutely does not want to live with her grandmother. So, we will never live with her again. Until now, Diane has been playing around and forcing me to do the housework alone. But now, she has to do the cleaning and laundry by herself. So, she is exhausted every day. In addition, now that my husband and I are gone, her only income is her pension. She is grieving because she can't go to her favorite singer's concerts these days. On the other hand, I am free from the stress of my mother-in-law and live peacefully with my husband and daughter. My daughter, who is now bigger than when she was living with Diane, helps me with the housework. So I am able to devote more time to my work than ever before. I would like to continue to cherish my family and enjoy my life. Hey Warren, don't you have any money? Huh? What's with you all of a sudden? Because lately, you've been sneaking bags and watches and stuff from my house. The other day, you said you lost money at the tracks. Maybe you lost all your money. Isn't that why you're pawning my stuff to get some? That's not true. I don't know anything about bags or watches. You must have done something with them. That's unlikely. You've always been a cheapskate. No matter how careless someone is, you can't lose something that belongs to you in such a short period of time. There's no way that's possible. Maybe it's dementia. I'm only 25. Okay, if you don't know, I'll try to think of what else it could be. I believe you. Oh, good. Hey Warren, I know it was you who took my stuff. I told you, I don't know anything about it. Are you still doubting me? I'm your fiancé and you're calling me a thief. You're mean. Then, what's this? Huh? What's this? It's a picture of your sister. That's right. It's a picture my sister Jolie posted on Instagram. She said, "A present from a friend," with the comment, "I love it." Are you spying on your sister's Instagram? You shouldn't do that. I told you, I know someone else who's been taking things from me. That was Jolie. Ever since we were young, she would sneak into my room. She was a habitual thief, stealing things like makeup, stationery, and snacks. I thought it couldn't be Jolie since you were the only one who had a key to my place. But then, I checked my Instagram to make sure, and this picture was uploaded.
So, what's up with this picture? It's just a normal photo, nothing special.
Nothing special? The bag in this picture is the one I was looking for. And the watch you can see on Jolie's wrist? It looks just like my missing watch. Are you sure you don't remember this?
No, I don't. Maybe she just happened to have a similar bag.
By chance? That's a strange coincidence, isn't it? Even the keychains on the bag are exactly the same. It's a cat keychain that I bought with my friend.
Jeez, seriously? I should have taken it off.
Seriously is the question I want to ask. So, you're the culprit.
Damn, there's no use hiding it now.
What are you thinking? Stealing my stuff and giving it to Jolie? Did you do it because Jolie threatened you? Did she ask you to give her your duplicate key? Did she somehow get under your skin and order you to steal my bag?
I wasn't threatened. I did it of my own will.
Huh? Why would you do that?
Because Jolie saw your Instagram and said she wanted the same bag. But I'm not interested in bags. I didn't know where to buy one.
That's why you stole it from me? That's not even an excuse.
No, you haven't used that black bag recently, and I thought you didn't need it anymore. I also gave her that watch you never wear.
You don't get to decide whether I need it or not. It's mine, so I should be the one to decide. And lying to me that you didn't know about it is really disgusting. You called me mean for calling my fiancé a thief. How can you, the real thief, say such a mean thing?
Because Jolie said she wanted it. You want to grant your fiancé's sister's wish as much as possible, don't you? I didn't want to get on her bad side and have something happen to our engagement. I thought, what the hell, there's nothing I can do.
You can't steal someone's stuff just because there's nothing you can do.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Please, forgive me.
Don't hang out with Jolie anymore. I mean, I told you that after we got engaged, right? My sister is a thief. I want to cut her out of my life after I marry you. That's why I told you not to get involved with her either. I don't need to give her anything she wants. Once she sees you as a convenient partner, she'll take advantage of you.
I understand. I won't do it again.
And please get back my bag and watch. I like them.
Me?
Of course you. You stole them and gave them to her.
Huh? But I would feel sorry for her, asking her to give back something I already gave her. I'll just get you new ones. So just let it go this time, okay?
Huh? Why should I give in? I'm the one who had her bag and watch stolen. Don't you feel sorry for me? I don't want a new one because I love that bag. The keychain is very precious to me. Go get them back right away.
Okay.
That was Iris's bag, wasn't it? I never thought you had any sense of style with keychains and stuff, so I'm sure it was. Huh? You're too narrow-minded, aren't you? Warren was going to all that trouble to bridge the gap between two sisters. He said it would be a good present. And now, you're the one who wants it back. That's the worst. What are you talking about? Giving a bag he stole from your sister to you as a bridge between sisters? You're nothing but an idiot. You haven't changed. You still have that thieving spirit even at the age of 30. I feel sorry for you. I'm not a thief. When I said I liked your bag, Warren volunteered to give it to me as a gift. He's really a very thoughtful guy to give me a watch as an extra gift too. I'm telling you, it's not right. Anyway, the bag and watch have been returned, so it's fine. I'll make sure to teach Warren not to steal people's things. You're as stubborn as ever, aren't you? People don't like women who talk nonsense. I don't want to be talked down to by a thief. I mean, when did you and Warren talk about that? Will you stop messing with my fiancé? What? No way! What? Iris, are you serious? Oh my God. My fiancé? That's hilarious. Huh? I'm the one marrying him. What are you talking about? Warren is my fiancé. But I got an engagement ring from him. He said, in exchange for the bag and watch, I want you to accept this as a symbol of my feelings. He looked so serious and proposed to me. Huh? A wedding ring? A beautiful ring with a diamond in it. Warren's a bit absent-minded. It's a little big for my finger size. Diamonds, you say? Oh, you don't mean... I'll send you a picture too. I knew it. This is the engagement ring I got from Warren. Was it? Well, whatever. He gave it to me as a token of his love. I haven't been able to find it since yesterday. I had my suspicions about Warren for a moment, but then I realized that he was sorry about the bag, and I never thought he would steal a ring. I thought I lost it somewhere and looked everywhere for it. I can't believe he gave it to you again. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I stole your fiancé. But you knew this was coming, didn't you? What do you mean? Because your stuff has always been mine. Warren is the biggest thing I've ever taken from you. His father is the president of a financial company, and he is the eldest son of a super elite family, right? He's too good for an ugly girl like you. What? The eldest son of an elite family? There's no point in pretending. Warren's about to take over his father's business and become the president, isn't he? You were planning to marry into wealth without telling me and get the upper hand, but that's not going to happen. I wasn't planning to marry into wealth, but... Shame on you. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I'm the one who's going to marry him and become the wife of the president. Oh my goodness. I was a fool to let it go so easily last time. I can't believe it. I seriously can't.
What the hell? I'm on my lunch break at work, so make it quick, okay?
I heard you gave Jolie my engagement ring.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you calling me a thief again?
I have a picture of it. It's a picture of Jolie wearing my engagement ring. She was kind enough to send it to me. Are you still going to try to talk your way out of this?
Oh, I see. Jolie told you? Then I guess I don't have a choice. That's right. I'm dumping you and marrying Jolie.
I don't get it. Why would you do that?
I heard the truth from Jolie. She said everything you've been saying for a long time is the exact opposite.
What?
She said you've been stealing her things for a long time. She said you treated her like an outsider and kicked her out of the house. And that you were trying to get rid of her so that I wouldn't find out about your evil deeds, right?
So that's what she told you? And you just went along and believed it? I'm stunned.
I'm appalled at you. I can't believe I was going to marry a sister-bullying asshole like you. I shudder just thinking about it. And your engagement ring is so gorgeous compared to you. It doesn't even look good on you.
That's terrible.
Seriously? Such an ugly woman in looks and personality is going to be my wife? Just thinking about it is too much. So I've decided to leave you and marry Jolie. I gave the ring to Jolie because it was a pearl to a pig. But I forgot about the size. You have fat fingers, and the ring was too big. So I cut off the back of the ring to shorten it. You're even fatter than Jolie. That made me laugh.
Huh?
Don't worry. I'll buy you a collar instead.
Collar?
If I break off the engagement with you, ugly, no man will take you, and you'll be out on the street. So I've decided to use you as our servant.
I see. Did you decide that after talking with Jolie?
Of course I did. Jolie is happy that she can get revenge for being bullied by you for so long.
Oh, right. Okay then, I'm breaking off the engagement. I'll be living on my own from now on. I refuse to wear a collar.
What? It's impossible for an ugly bitch like you to live on your own.
That's my line. You cheat on your fiancée with her sister, and you're a piece of shit who gives the engagement ring to the person you cheated with? And a thieving bitch who takes pleasure in taking anything that belongs to her own sister? I don't think it's possible for two trashy people to live together, but anyway.
What is the woman with a bad character who bullies her sister saying?
Say whatever you want. Don't come crying to me when you get what's coming to you.
Huh?
We'll just find out soon enough who the true villain is. Well then, goodbye. Iris? That's not what was supposed to happen. What the hell is going on? Hey Jolie, are you enjoying your new married life? Of course I'm not. Warren, he's not what you said he was. Isn't he the eldest son of the next president of a super celebrity company? He's just a low-paid flat-rate employee at a low-paying company. And he spends all the money he earns playing the horses? I can't afford any luxuries at all. But I didn't lie. Warren's father is the president of a financial company. But he is the second son. And because of his extravagant spending habits, he's been disowned by his parents. That's what you misunderstood on your own. Then why didn't you tell me? I thought he was the next president and I would be able to marry into wealth. So that's why I took him from you. Why should I be nice to a thief? I mean, you're cheating on Warren too, so the feeling is mutual. What do you mean? You were the one who got kicked out of our parents' house because you couldn't get rid of your habit of stealing. You were the one who told Warren about it like it was my fault. Well, I'm glad I got rid of him because of that. Whenever he has a little money, he plays the horses, and he can't even save a penny. And to top it all off, he steals from people and cheats on his wife. It's a good thing I didn't marry him. What did you say? It's not true that he's disowned. If you don't believe me, why don't you ask him? I mean, just think about it. Don't you think it's strange that the next president of the company, a rich man, would give you a bag and a ring that he stole from someone else? No way! Then Warren isn't the next president or anything? You mean he's just a track rat? That's what I mean. I think you two scumbags make a good match for each other. Speaking of which, I'm ready to file for compensation. I'll be inviting you both to a new hell in the near future. Please take it as a wedding gift. Oh no! Compensation? I can't pay that! Hey Iris!
Hey, what's with this letter?
Oh, did you get it? Yours and Jolie's wedding gift.
You've got to be kidding. What do you mean compensation? And these pictures?
We broke off our engagement because of your cheating and stealing. Of course I'm going to ask for compensation. The enclosed photos are proof of your affair. Basically, I hired a detective to find them for me. They're even all over the big idiot Jolie's Instagram. They're all over the place.
This is not me. How is this proof?
Oh, so it's not you. Then let's get someone who knows you well to take a look at these photos. Your mom, your dad, or we could just throw them out to the press.
No, wait. You got it wrong. Seriously, don't do that.
The pictures aren't the only proof I have. You had fun not only at the hotel, but also at her house, didn't you? You can see a lot of it in the video. A vulgar guy shaking his hips with a stupid face. You've already been disowned by your parents and thrown out of their house. What do you think would happen if it got out that you did this? If the world finds out that the guy in finance is a man who cheats and steals without a care in the world, wouldn't it ruin your father's company?
Seriously, please, don't do that. Anything but that.
Then stop messing around and pay up. $50,000 from both you and Jolie, in one lump sum. Not a penny less. What?
The compensation money. Can't you make it a little cheaper?
Huh?
No, because, if you lived with me, you'd understand. The other day, I literally blew my entire paycheck at the tracks. I can't afford $50,000 when I can't even make ends meet.
Huh? I thought you were the next president of a financial institution and living the celebrity life.
Huh? That's,
I heard you told Jolie that about yourself. You two liars make a perfect couple.
Why do you say that? I mean, what do you mean, a couple of liars?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Jolie? Oh, by the way, I already told Jolie who you are.
Huh? What the hell did you do?
Even if I hadn't told her, she would have found out on her own. Sooner or later, she would have known. So why don't you just come clean? I don't care how you guys work it out, but I will be compensated. So good luck to you on that.
Hey, wait a minute. That's too irresponsible. Hey, Iris.
It really is true that like attracts like, isn't it? The two lying thieves, who were both disowned by their parents, had a fierce fight afterwards. Somehow, they made up and decided to repay the compensation together. At first, they both seemed to work diligently. Warren played the horses, and Jolie exploded with urges to buy brand-name bags and watches, and the repayments fell behind. I did not contact Warren's parents, but it seems that word got around from somewhere. Warren was scolded to death by his father, who ordered him to borrow money to repay the compensation. A little later, the compensation from both of them came into my hands all at once. I am a little restless because of the sudden increase in money. I will continue to work as before and live a steady life.
Hugh, we're going on our honeymoon today. Where did you go this morning?
Give it a rest already. Why are you calling so early in the morning? I was sound asleep.
What? You were sleeping? Hugh, where are you?
Why should I tell you?
Because we're going on our honeymoon today. But when I woke up this morning, the guy who was supposed to be next to me was gone. I don't even see your luggage.
I'm already here.
What?
I left after you went to bed last night.
Huh? What do you mean?
I changed my plans and left before you, but you can leave today as planned. There's no hurry.
I'm a little confused. Why did you leave the day before by yourself?
It doesn't matter. We're going to have to spend every day with each other from now on. Just give me a little space while we're traveling.
You didn't even say anything to me before you left. Besides, you sound like you don't want to be with me.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that sometimes it's better to be apart than to be stuck together 24/7. It's more refreshing to be apart once in a while.
But it's our honeymoon. What's with going separately on your honeymoon?
It's okay if we just meet up here. It would be stifling to be together, all the way to the airport. So there you are. I'll meet you at the hotel, right?
I can't believe it's our honeymoon and I have to go alone.
You got to marry me, the next president of the company. Don't be so picky. I have no plans of becoming a plain old husband just because we're married.
What do you mean?
It means don't chain me down. I don't want to lose my freedom just because we're married. I don't want to be tied down by my wife.
Oh, really? If you want to be so free, you shouldn't have gotten married.
Marriage is necessary for status. It's easier to be trusted at work if you're married than if you're single.
Then why did you choose me?
I'm the next president of the company. I could have married a prettier, better-looking woman. But pretty women are too proud to marry. I chose you because you're just the right person.
What do you mean?
You may be ugly, but you're a good cook and a modest, family-oriented woman. I married you because I knew you'd tolerate me playing around a little.
That's a terrible thing to say. So you chose me so you could do anything you wanted.
Just don't complain about my every move. We're newlyweds, and you're being selfish about wanting to be with me. There's no reason for me to be married to you, you know?
Huh? Well, okay. I'm heading to the hotel now. Where do you want to meet up?
Anyway, call me when you get to the hotel. Then we'll think about it.
Okay, fine then. Hugh, I just arrived at the hotel. I'm about to check in. Where's your room?
I'm not telling you.
What?
I have another room at the hotel.
What? What do you mean? We're on our honeymoon and we're getting separate rooms?
You got a problem with that?
Not a problem, but I've never heard of newlyweds staying in separate rooms.
You know what? Don't force your common sense on me. I told you before, I'm a freedom-loving man. I like to spend time alone when I sleep.
You have a double room and you want to spend the night alone?
What's your point? Anyway, I've reserved another single room for you. You can stay there.
So we're splitting up for the night?
Tonight is free. I'll call you tomorrow when I'm ready.
You're with another woman now, right?
Huh?
I didn't tell you until now, but I actually knew that you're having an affair.
What?
You said you wanted to be alone when you were on the road. You were playing around with the person you were cheating on me with in the seat next to you, weren't you?
How the hell did you know about that? Don't tell me you've been watching me this whole time.
Sounds like I hit the bullseye. A friend of mine told me about you a few days ago. She saw you going to a hotel room with a young woman. She said you guys were holding hands without a care in the world. My friend was surprised.
What the hell? So you saw us?
Besides, when you're at home, you're always on your phone. You often went out alone at night. You're always acting so weird. But I wanted to believe you. I figured it was impossible for a newlywed to cheat. But now that you're sharing a room, she's with you, isn't she?
Well, there's no hiding it now. That's right. I'm traveling with her. When you're the next president of the company, you must have a mistress or two. I'm proud to be a male when I have a young, beautiful woman with me. With a plain, ugly woman like you, it just gets so boring.
So that's how you're going to turn the tables on me. If you're going to go that far, why did you plan the honeymoon? I wouldn't have come in the first place if I knew you were going to bring your fling.
Don't be mistaken. The honeymoon was just a formality.
Just a formality?
You're married and you're not even going on a honeymoon. I wouldn't look good as the next president of the company, would I? So I decided to keep it a honeymoon. I'm going to enjoy my trip to LA with my girlfriend.
Huh?
You should be thankful you married me, the next president of the company. After being brought up in a poor single-parent family, it's like becoming Cinderella.
Don't assume I was poor just because I was raised by my mother. I was able to do anything I wanted to since I was young. I even went to college.
Compared to me, the son of a CEO, you're poor as hell.
If you want to think that, go ahead.
But let me tell you something. Don't even think about getting a divorce just because I cheated on you. If you divorce me, you'll go back to being poor. You're going to be the wife of a company president. It's your job to put up with a little infidelity.
I see. Have fun with your girlfriend. I'll enjoy my trip.
That's what I'm talking about. You've got a good head on your shoulders, don't you? That's the kind of attitude befitting the wife of the next president of the company. I'm glad I married a smart woman. Well, I'll give you some attention when I feel like it. Just think of it as a solo trip this time and go sightseeing on your own.
Mr. Townsman, is this a good time?
Regina, long time no see. How have you been?
Yes, good. How are you, Mr. Townsman?
You call me that? It's too formal, so please stop it.
I'm sorry. I've been calling you that since I was a kid.
I know. I'm glad to hear from you. I don't care what you call me. By the way, what's going on?
My husband and I are on our honeymoon.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to LA. How's your trip? You having fun?
Well, there's a little problem.
What's wrong?
I'm afraid marrying him was a big mistake.
What's that? Hugh, the man you married, is going to follow in his father's footsteps and become president. I thought if you married him, your future would be secure.
At first, I thought so too, but...
It seems you've got a serious problem. Can you tell me in more detail?
It's not something I'm comfortable texting about, so can I call you later?
Okay, sure. I'm always good to go. I'll be waiting for your call.
Thank you.
Hey, Regina. Enjoying your solo trip?
Yes, thanks to you. I took a walk, had some tea, and just took it easy.
I see. I'm just relaxing on the beach with my girlfriend. I'm having a good time forgetting about everyday life. I'm gonna spend the night with her, by the way. Sorry you're gonna have to sleep alone.
So you're just gonna leave me alone for the whole trip?
Huh?
We haven't seen each other even once here, have we? We've stayed in separate hotel rooms the whole time. We haven't even been sightseeing together.
I don't care. You and I are going to have to live together for decades. I don't want to be with you when we're traveling too.
I thought you said that was just on the road.
I changed my mind. It's a trip after all. I wanted to spend it with a cute girl.
Then why bother planning a honeymoon at all?
Oh, stop nagging. I told you I'm a freedom-loving guy. If we're not on the road, it's hard to play around with my parents lurking around. I'll take the liberty of messing around while we're on our honeymoon. If you have a problem with that, go home alone.
I'm already home.
What?
I took the liberty of going home first while you were hanging out with your girlfriend.
You just left without even saying hi to me?
Why should I say hi to you?
We're married, for God's sake. If you were leaving, you should have said hello.
I don't even know where you are. How the hell am I supposed to say hello?
Why didn't you just text me?
I just texted you. You're gonna tell me to do whatever you want anyway. I'm just packing up my stuff and getting ready to move out.
Whoa, wait. You're not getting a divorce, are you?
Yes, of course. I'm not going to live with a husband who cheats on his wife on our honeymoon.
Are you insane? I'm the next president of the company. If you divorce me, you'll lose your position as wife of the president. Are you okay with that?
Mrs. President?
That's right. You go back to being poor. If you just hold out a little longer, you could be Mrs. President. It would be a waste of time if we divorced over something as trivial as an affair.
But you can't be the president, so I can't become Mrs. President, can I?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Your father, he's pissed at you.
My father? You met my dad?
After we got back from our trip, I went to give him and my mother-in-law some gifts. Then he asked me why I came home alone. I told him why, and he said, "My stupid son made an enemy of an important customer." Did you tell my father about the affair? I mean, when have I ever made an enemy of a client? I'm on vacation. You can't cause trouble with a business client. My father is a big client of yours.
Your father? You're from a single-parent family, aren't you?
Townsman Trading Corporation.
What?
You at least know his name, right?
Yes, I do. It's one of my company's clients.
My father is the president.
Wait. I'm not following you. Your father is the president?
My father is President Townsman of Townsman Corporation. Don't you think we look alike?
But your last name isn't Townsman.
That's right. My father and I are father and daughter, but my parents divorced, so I took my mother's name.
But if your parents divorced and your mother took you in, then you're no longer related to your father.
No, that's not true. I mean, they're divorced, but my mother and I still keep in touch with my father. It sounds like they broke up because of differences. It's not like either of them cheated on each other. My father paid good child support. He put me through college.
I can't believe you're the boss's daughter. So you weren't poor?
I wouldn't say I was poor, would you? You married the daughter of the president of a business partner. You cheated on her on your honeymoon. I wonder if my father would keep quiet if his precious daughter had to go through this.
Wait. I won't be fooled. Your father wasn't at the family reunion. He wasn't even at the wedding. You're really lying about your father being the boss of a business partner, aren't you?
My father is just trying to stay out of the public eye. If you doubt me, ask your father. Besides, I'm sure your father explained everything to you. That the president of Townsman Corporation is my father.
Now that you put it that way, I might have heard something like that, but there are so many clients I've forgotten. I'm just an ordinary employee. I haven't really gotten involved in management yet.
You're a pretty lax president-elect, aren't you? Of all the companies you do business with, my father's company is the most important. My father's company was an important business partner of yours. What would happen if they cut off business with you?
Well...
It would be inevitable that the company would suffer a great deal of damage.
So you're saying I'm responsible for that?
I'm sure you would be.
Give me a break.
I actually called my father while I was on vacation. My dad was appalled. It's like I married a prick who takes his mistress on our honeymoon.
Regina, I'm leaving right now.
Huh? What about her? Are you coming back together?
Just forget about her.
Oh, that's too bad. And you brought her all the way to LA.
I'll just leave her here. If something happens to the company because of me, I'm in huge trouble. Regina, where are you? Regina!
What are you doing so early in the morning? I'm at my parents' house.
I'm in a bad way.
What?
I got fired from my dad's company. He's been having problems with his clients because I caused a lot of damage to the company.
Well, there you go.
But it's not like they stopped doing business with us. Firing me is overreacting.
Is it?
I heard your father suggested it as a condition of doing business with us. They wanted them to fire a misogynist employee, and my father cut me off without giving it thought. I'm next in line.
I guess your father decided you weren't fit to be his heir.
What am I supposed to do now? I was about to become the next president. I can't believe they suddenly fired me.
Why don't you just look for a job?
I don't want to. I just got a cushy job at my parents' company. I was about to get the post of president. I can't do it, working for another company.
But you've been laid off. You have no other choice but to work somewhere else, right?
So Regina, you go and convince your father.
Huh?
I want you to ask him to rescind my dismissal.
I don't want to.
Why not? We're married, right?
We don't even know each other anymore.
Well...
I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer soon. I'll be filing a claim for compensation as well.
Alimony? You want me to pay?
Of course. You cheat on your wife with impunity. Did you think you could escape compensation?
But we had just got married and we were still on our honeymoon. Married life hadn't really started yet.
You're an idiot. Marriage is not like a company. There's no probationary period. We may have been newlyweds, but we were already married. If you commit adultery, you have to answer for it. And I have proof.
Proof?
In the middle of our honeymoon, you were kind enough to send me pictures of your affair with her. Selfies of you guys in the hotel playing around. Pictures of you on the beach. I saved them all as proof of your affair.
Oh no, I just wanted to enjoy my freedom a little bit.
When you're divorced and single, you'll have all the freedom you want. Well then, I'm going to work now. Good luck with your job search.
Wait, Regina! Regina, help me.
What now? I've already divorced you. Will you stop contacting me?
Can I borrow some money?
What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
It's a mess. The husband of the woman I cheated with also asked for compensation.
Oh, so she was married.
She told him she was going on a trip with friends. I thought he'd never find out. But when she came home from the trip, she told him.
You're such an idiot. You took her all the way to LA. She had to go home alone, so of course she was pissed off.
I got a certified letter yesterday. I don't have a job. I've paid you compensation and my savings is dried up. I have no more money to pay you. The only way I can pay him money is it going into debt and borrow it?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't talk to me like I'm someone else. I'm in real trouble. You're still working, right? I'll pay you back later, I promise. Can you help me out a little?
I don't want to help you.
Why not?
I'm the one who wants to know. Why should I lend you money?
We were married.
We're divorced. We're strangers. Even more than that. You disrespected me, calling me ugly and poor. You cheated on me without a care. You made fun of me because I'm quiet. But if you think I'll listen to anything you say, you're wrong. I don't even want to look at you anymore.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry about before. I'm sorry I got carried away. Please, help me.
It's all your own fault. Take responsibility yourself.
Regina.
After that, my husband borrowed money and paid compensation to his lover's husband. Now he's working part-time jobs to pay off the debt. He's working day and night. He was evicted from the apartment where he lived with me because he couldn't pay the rent, and moved into his parents' house. However, my husband's father, outraged by the Misties on our honeymoon, kicked him out. Rumor has it that he is now living a homeless life, moving from internet cafe to internet cafe. As for me, after the divorce, I went back to my parents' house to live peacefully with my mother. I keep in touch with my father regularly and have meals with him. I ask him for advice about my work. And recently I started a relationship with a senior colleague at work with the intention of getting married. My previous marriage left me in a mess. I had planned to be alone for a while, but unlike my ex-husband, he is faithful and trustworthy. My father and mother are both convinced that he is the right man for me. I want to build a warm family with him who cares about me.
Ray, are you working late again today? What about dinner?
Huh? Stop bugging me. I told you not to call me at work.
Sorry about that. But for the past week, you've been working late without calling me. You come home late by taxi and tell me you don't need dinner. And when I didn't make it, you came home and yelled at me that you were hungry. I know you're busy at work, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to call me and let me know if you need dinner and what time you'll be home.
How the hell am I supposed to know that? It depends on the work. If you're my wife, you should at least cook dinner and wait for your husband. If I don't eat, you can just eat at breakfast.
I do, but I don't eat that much in the morning. I just want you to let me know in advance. Why are you so mad at me?
Of course I'm mad. You called me, and now I'm losing all the motivation I had to get going. You're just a housewife who lounges around at home, and you're interrupting my work. I mean, give me a break. Who do you think feeds you?
Sorry. Well, I won't text you anymore. Ray, tell me if you need dinner and what time you'll be home. Just tell me when you're between projects.
I don't have time for that right now. That's the problem with full-time housewives lacking any common sense.
Sorry.
You're really pissing me off. You don't have to cook anymore.
What?
I'm not going back. Do you expect me to eat anything made by a bitchy wife? Who do you think you are questioning the head of the household? You should be ashamed of yourself, you piece of trash.
How dare you call me a piece of trash? But I understand. I'm not going to cook if you're not coming home. Good luck with your work.
Don't call me again.
Ray, I'm sorry. Can I talk to you for a minute? I have something important to tell you.
Huh? I told you not to contact me again, didn't I? Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. It's really important. I know I'm interrupting your work, but I really need to talk to you.
I can't. I'm at work.
Well, then, will you come home today? I'll wait for you even if it's late at night.
I'm not coming home today either. I told you I'm busy.
You haven't come home for a week. Why don't you get in a better mood?
Shut up. What are you talking about? If you want to talk, just text it.
What the hell is that? You're being too cold. I told you I have something important to tell you.
I told you to hurry up and tell me. What a pain in the ass. I'm busy. I hope it's not something stupid.
Huh? You know, I've been saying I haven't been feeling well for the last 2 months.
Did you say something about that?
Why didn't you listen to me? I told you many times.
I don't know.
Well, okay, anyway. So yesterday I was in so much pain. I went to the doctor. Then I was told to go for a thorough examination. So, well,
What? What is it? Speak up.
Well, okay. It's like this. I've been told I have only 3 months to live.
What?
They found a tumor. I'm so shocked that I don't know what the doctors are talking about. The medical expenses are going to be enormous, and even then, there's no guarantee that it's going to work. The hospital I'm going to now can only give me symptomatic treatment, so I was told that I have only 3 months to live.
Seriously? Are they kidding?
I'd like to think it's a joke, but it doesn't seem real, and I think it's a dream, but it seems to be true. So the doctor asked me to come to the hospital with you next time.
I understand. I'll go with you. but I can't really get out of the work I'm doing right now, so I'll finish it as quickly as I can. Just give me 5 days.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Thanks, Ray. Ray, have you finished your work? Call me when you're done. I'll be waiting for you with your favorite fried chicken. We need to have a long talk at home. Oh, you're serious? That's hilarious. What? Ray, what's wrong? This isn't Ray. It's your sister, Grace. Huh? Grace? Why you? You don't know my new contact, do you? I mean, I thought I was texting Ray right now. Ray is sleeping next to me, right? Huh? He's sleeping so soundly that he doesn't seem to have noticed your message, so I replied on his behalf. What the hell's going on? You're really stupid, aren't you? Didn't you notice at all up to now? Ray has been giving you the cold shoulder about being busy with work all this time, but you didn't suspect him of cheating on you even once. You're so obtuse, it's hilarious. Huh? Cheating? You mean you and Ray were having an affair? That's right. Ray being busy with work was all lie. He was really with me all the time. He hasn't been home even once this past week, has he? He was staying at my place the whole time. You have about 3 months to live, so he said he's going to stay at my place until you're gone. Huh? What's that? Ray cheating with you? Are you kidding? He said he would go to the hospital with me. He was worried about me. Why would he be worried about you? He said it would save him the trouble of getting a divorce and that he might get life insurance. He was so happy. He said he's going to marry me after you're gone. No way. Oh, I feel really sorry for you. Your husband got tired of you, cheated on you with your own sister, and now you only have 3 months to live. You've got to be kidding me. Stealing someone's husband? I'm not kidding. Isn't it worse to be stolen from? Well, anyway, Ray is getting married to me. We are going to have a gorgeous wedding when we get the insurance, so just disappear. You're a piece of work, you know that? You've been like that for a long time, messing around with other people's boyfriends. That's why you got kicked out of our parents' house, and you still haven't learned your lesson. Is it okay for you to go on like that? Your already short life will be even shorter. Well, I'd be more than happy if you went to the other side as soon as possible. Don't be silly. Wake Ray up immediately and give him the phone. Talking to him won't change anything. He hates you. We both agreed that we want you to go to the other side as soon as possible. You stay out of it. Anyway, I'm going to talk to him one way or another. Ray, are you awake?
What the hell? Leave me alone.
Grace told me everything. When did you guys start having an affair? When did you guys meet? Did you know Grace was my sister?
Oh, shit. Grace really told you? Oh, that's too bad you found out now.
Are you going to admit it? About the affair? You've been coming home late for work. And the morning trips home and the nights out were all lies to meet up with her?
Yeah, that's right. I ran into Grace on my way home from work 6 months ago, and we hit it off and started dating. I didn't know she was your sister until afterwards, but she is so beautiful that you look nothing alike. She's so different from her ugly, gloomy sister.
You're the worst. Don't be an idiot. Were you two making a fool of me?
That's about right. You were clueless and trying to read me. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack from laughing so hard. And that thing about only having 3 months to live?
Why would you? What did I ever do to you?
Nothing to me. Oh, if I had to say one thing, it would be making me marry a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Huh?
I heard you were jealous of Grace and kicked her out of your parents' house. You and your parents got together and disowned her for nothing. She has outrageously toxic parents and a toxic sister. I married you without knowing what an insidious person you were. The worst disgrace in my life.
Huh? What's that? It's a lie that I kicked her out. It was her to begin with.
I don't want to hear your lame excuses. You're a scumbag for kicking out your own sister. I don't want you here. Getting sick is your punishment. Suck on that.
You're a piece of shit. You and her are just alike. You're disgusting. I'm getting a divorce.
Fine, I'll divorce you. Too bad I won't get your life insurance. I wonder why Grace told you first. Well, she's cute in a careless way. If I can divorce you quickly and marry Grace soon, so be it.
Enjoy your happiness while it lasts. I'll definitely make you regret it.
What can you do? You only have 3 months to live.
That's why I'm going to do it thoroughly. I don't want to go to heaven with any regrets. Prepare yourselves. You're both assholes. I'll put a curse on you.
Hey, Cheryl, give me some money now.
Huh? A new scam? I have no use for scammers, so goodbye.
This is no time for jokes. Grace is in danger. She said she wasn't feeling well, so I sent her to the hospital, and I don't know what's wrong, but her internal organs are damaged. She needs an organ transplant or she'll be bedridden. But that's going to cost a lot of money.
Oh, wow. So?
What do you mean, so? So give me back the money I gave you. Register as a donor for your sister.
Even if you say it again, I won't understand. Why should I do that?
Because you're the only one. You're her sister, so you're the only one that might not be rejected for an organ transplant. Besides, you have a large sum of money.
By a sum of money, do you mean the compensation money that I hired a lawyer to charge you 2 months ago? And you want it back?
Shut up! Just hurry up and come to my house tomorrow. Sign the agreement. You've only got a few days to live. Give me the organ for your sister.
Who do you think you are? I don't owe you anything. And I'm not doing it for her either. I'm going to live to be 90, and I don't have any more of the compensation money. Why don't you, her husband, help her out?
Huh? What do you mean? You were told that you only had 3 months to live, right? And what do you mean there's no more money?
I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm cured.
What?
I took full advantage of the compensation money I got from you guys and got a referral to a hospital that can cure my disease. After surgery, hospitalization, and recuperation, it was like I was never sick at all.
Huh? You mean you're cured? What do you mean? I don't get it.
Do you understand my disease?
Wasn't it incurable?
Incurable diseases are not so common today. I said they found a tumor, right? I used my compensation money to have surgery to remove the tumor. I just got out of the hospital last week and I'm in rehab. They say I'll have no problems in the future and I won't have any side effects. I've used up all my compensation money, so I'm going to work hard from now on.
What? You're lying, right? No, then you have to help us even more.
Excuse me?
You got better with the money we gave you, right? Then it's like me and Grace saved you. Next time, it's your turn to help Grace, right?
Huh? What is this bonkers idiot misunderstanding? You said it was like you saved me. You abandoned your sick wife and switched. That's the exact opposite. Also, go look up the meaning of compensation money in the dictionary.
Grace is your sister. If she's your sister, you're supposed to help her.
She's not my sister. I've already broken ties with her. Besides, she deserved what she got, didn't she? That's the kind of life she's led.
She deserved it? How can you say that about Grace, who is suffering?
No, because, you know what? Do you know what made that woman sick in the first place?
What?
Did you hear the details of her illness? From the doctor directly, or from Grace?
No, I only heard roughly from Grace. She said she was born with a chronic illness that got worse.
A chronic illness she was born with? How is that possible when she was born so healthy? The cause of her illness is she's been having too many relationships with men.
What? Men?
She has always been very flamboyant in her relationships with men. Ever since high school, she has been seducing her classmates, seniors, juniors, and even teachers. She ran away from home and stayed with guys she met on social networking sites. She went to underground clubs and played around with multiple guys. For a while, she was a local celebrity, rumored to be dating gang members. My mother and I tried to talk to her many times, but to no avail. My boyfriend was also sleeping with her, and it was a real mess. So my parents and I couldn't take it anymore and kicked her out of the house. I don't know what she did after that, but well, I guess she went from one guy's house to another. Well, maybe it's all because of that. That's what made her sick.
Wait. That's not true. Grace said her parents abandoned her because she was sickly. She cried and said that you were jealous of her because she was prettier than you.
Wow, you must have been so moved by that kind of talk. She cried that she was the victim, and you bought it? What an idiot!
Because she was crying. She was crying because I was the only one on her side. Anyone would feel sorry for her.
That's funny. If crying was the only way to win, there would be no need for a trial. There are other guys besides you. She's been bragging about it on her social media accounts.
Lies, all lies. You're a liar. I don't believe you. Grace swore to be my wife and love only me. So there's no way in hell she's cheating on me with 3 other guys.
I don't know what you're talking about. A man who had an affair with his wife's sister?
That's...
Believe it or not, it's your choice. But for me, that's who my sister is.
Then why didn't you stop me?
Huh?
You knew Grace was that kind of girl, but you didn't stop me from marrying her.
Of course I didn't. When I heard you were planning to remarry Grace, I thought, oh shit. I had no obligation to help a fucking cheater, so I kept my mouth shut.
That's terrible.
I don't need a cheater to tell me that. I won't pay a dime or become a donor for a woman who deserves to have her insides ripped out for playing with men. Do you have any idea how much trouble we went through because of her? You don't have to depend on me. You have 4 men, and if you all work together, you can at least make enough money to pay for the surgery. You just have to be patient and wait for the donor. Well, good luck.
Hey, how about we get back together after all?
Huh? Are you kidding?
I'm serious. I just want to talk. Just give me a few minutes, anytime you like. Come to think of it, I only have you. Grace played with me, and I lost sight of true love. But now I know how much you meant to me.
It seemed you have misunderstood, so I'm going to tell you, I don't love you anymore. Besides, just looking at you will make me sick again, so I'll pass. Don't ever bother me again. Goodbye.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Cheryl!
I had been a housewife, but after finishing rehabilitation, I started working. I enjoyed a life of freedom, free from any restrictions. Then I received the news that Grace had passed away. Ray found out about Grace's 4-way affair and her past deeds, so he abandoned her and disappeared somewhere. It seems that some of Grace's unfaithful partners remained with Grace, but they could not help her financially and could not find a donor. Later, one of the men who took care of Grace was furious at the men who abandoned her and went around looking for their whereabouts. Ray, who had moved out, was also found and beaten to a pulp.
Liam, did something happen at work by any chance? Since the wedding 3 days ago, you mentioned that you suddenly got busy with work. You went to the office and haven't come back since. I've tried calling and messaging, but you haven't responded. Are you really that busy? Or is it that you're bothered by not being able to go on a honeymoon due to work? If that's the case, don't worry about it. So, if you're not coming home, does that mean you're staying overnight at the office? I understand that it's tough, but I'm worried that you might be overworking. If possible, can you please come back home? Or at least give me a call or a message to let me know what's going on. Hey sis, have you heard from Liam? Oh, Amelia, not yet. He seems busy with work. He hasn't contacted me once and hasn't come home. We're newlyweds, but I can't understand why he's not reaching out to me. I knew it. Actually, I need to tell you something a bit unsettling. What? I'm scared. It's about Mom and Dad, and if I mention it, you might get some idea. Seriously? On the wedding day, despite their reluctant attendance, they had plenty to say. Like, I've never seen a bride who doesn't suit the wedding dress so much, and they criticized my choice of the dress. They even commented on the lack of manners among the guests. I wish I could have stopped them, but they didn't listen at all. I'm sorry, sis. It's fine, you don't have to apologize, Amelia. I knew you were trying your best to stop them, so don't worry about it. It makes me feel better to hear you say that. But here's the problem. Huh? What's wrong? Okay, please don't panic when you read this, but it seems our parents are thinking about arranging a marriage with Liam for me. What? What do you mean? Liam is already my husband. They're saying it knowingly. Of course, I have no intention of going along with it. Yeah, I'm glad you say that. After all, you've been dating your boyfriend since college, right? Yeah, you know, Mom and Dad found out I have a boyfriend and made me break up with him before. Really? So you've been dating him in secret then? I can't believe our parents are pushing my husband to become your husband. Seriously, what's going on? Could it be the reason why Liam has been ignoring me for a long time? Is it related to our parents? I'm not sure yet. But during the wedding reception, I saw Dad was whispering about something to Liam. Since then, I've had a suspicious feeling and have been watching Dad's actions. Then I noticed that lately he's been sneaking off after work and going out somewhere, and making secretive phone calls even on days off. Yesterday, I finally managed to eavesdrop on his calls. He was talking about divorce and my marriage certificates. Are they trying to make me divorce Liam? My dad and my husband are planning this out. I think so. Plus, Dad and Mom seem weirdly happy and grinning about it. I've got this really bad feeling about it. You know, your gut feelings are usually spot on. We gotta come up with a plan real quick, but I'm not sure what to do. Sis, why didn't the two of us meet in person once and go over things? Yeah, that might be a good idea. Sooner the better, right? I'll be working late tomorrow, so if you are free, how about the day after tomorrow? Yeah, I don't have any plans then, so that would work for me. The day after tomorrow then. I'll swing by your office and pick you up. Got it. Hey, I just finished my work. I can leave the office anytime. How about you? Sorry, dealing with a customer took longer than expected. I'll be about 10 more minutes. Alright, I'm chilling in the break room, so take your time. What? Wait a second. What's wrong? I got a message from Liam. What? Oh, you exchanged contacts at the wedding, right? It's weird that he's reaching out to you even though he's still ignoring me. Yeah, you're right. Well, since he messaged me, I will try to see what he's trying to do with me. So, sis, take your time and you don't have to rush. Got it.
Hey, Amelia, it's me, Liam.
Hey, Liam, how are you? I'm sorry I couldn't properly introduce myself before the wedding.
Oh, don't worry about it. It turns out Sophia set up everything because she was jealous of your beauty, right?
What? My sister set that up? Jealous? What are you talking about?
I heard it from your parents. Sophia was totally jealous of you, the sister who's got it all, parents' favorite, popular, and talented. She always compared herself to you and bullied you every day.
What?
The reason you weren't at home when I visited to formally introduce myself was because she didn't inform you. A lady like you, who had been going through such tough times, apparently fell in love with me at the wedding. You were torn because I became your sister's husband and you've been crying every day thinking about me. But don't worry, Amelia. Actually, from the moment I saw you at the wedding,
Hold on.
What?
I've never said or thought anything like that.
What?
I don't know what my parents told you, but my relationship with my sister has always been good, and I haven't fallen so low as to pursue my brother-in-law. I wasn't at home that day because my work kept me busy. In fact, my sister tried her best to adjust the schedule so I could be at home.
Oh, Amelia, you don't have to pretend anymore. You should be honest about what you feel. I'm actually in front of your apartment right now.
What?
Your parents gave me the address and I came to propose.
What?
Let me in.
I'm not at home.
What?
Either way, the answer is no. I have a boyfriend, so I'm sorry. Sis, crazy thing happened.
What's wrong?
You should hurry up and get a divorce.
What?
I'll show you his messages later, but it's really bad.
What happened? Hey, Amelia. Are you staying at your boyfriend's place?
Yeah, when I explained the situation, he said I could stay as long as I needed. Also, thanks for giving me a ride. I'm sorry if I made you worried.
Well, after getting a text like that, you can't take public transportation. Things might get worse if he finds you.
Given the situation, Dad might have found out about my boyfriend. They might force me to break up with my boyfriend again. I'm so tired of this.
I'm so sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's all our parents' fault and Liam's fault. Besides, I won't break up with my boyfriend no matter what they say. He's right here agreeing with me.
You have such a nice boyfriend.
Yeah, I do. Anyways, I talked to my boyfriend just now. We're actually thinking of moving forward with the plan I mentioned earlier and putting it into action soon.
So, it looks like it's going to happen around the same time as what I'm doing.
That's right.
Well, it might be better for both of us in terms of ensuring our safety.
Can I have a week?
Yeah, I was thinking around the same.
Okay, I'll contact you with the details tomorrow.
Got it. Hello, Amelia. Let's go on a date tomorrow. I talked to your parents and they mentioned your recent hesitation was just a bit of shyness. Oh, got it now. I guess this is the part where I need to step up and take charge, huh? I'll swing by to pick you up after work. We'll grab a fancy dinner at a place with a great view, and then I'm planning to pop the question. After that, I've reserved a suite at a nearby hotel. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks without me saying more, right? I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Oh my god, sis! I got a creepy message.
What? From Liam?
Yes, talking about a dinner with a great view, proposal, and heading straight to a hotel suite. It's gross. It makes me sick.
Jesus, I'm really sorry.
There's no need for you to apologize.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry for marrying a guy like that.
Well, I'll just accept your apology about that.
Hey, how about clearing out your stuff from your apartment tonight? Your boyfriend sometimes goes and packs your things, right?
Yeah, he's already sorted out about 80%, so we can manage it by tonight. Oh, wait a moment.
What?
He says he wants to settle things right away. He got angry after seeing the creepy message from Liam earlier. He's really upset.
I'm glad you have such a caring boyfriend. In that case, let's settle it right away. I'm already prepared on my end.
Got it. It's better to resolve this trouble quickly. Let's do that.
Amelia, I drove my luxury car, brought a bouquet of roses, and went to pick you up. Who the hell was that guy? He just grabbed me out of nowhere and threw a punch. What a terrible guy.
He's my boyfriend.
What?
I've already told you, I have a boyfriend. We've been dating for many years since our college days, and we've even talked about marriage. He got really angry after seeing the creepy messages that you sent me.
But your parents said...
The whole thing started with trying to break up with my boyfriend, who didn't meet my parents' expectations. And the harassment towards my sister, who my parents have always looked down on because she got married before me.
Really?
I'm sorry that you got involved in this mess. But you shouldn't involve yourself. After all, you're my sister's husband. Please stop meddling any further. I've moved out of that apartment to live with my boyfriend.
What?
Goodbye.
Are you serious? Sophia, hey, Wow, you finally got in touch. I'm sorry for ignoring you for 3 months. Work has been busy. Oh really? Work? You've been sleeping at the office every day for 3 months. Yeah, that's right. But I finally got some free time. I can go home starting today. Oh, I see. I'm really sorry for ignoring you since the wedding. How about going out for dinner tonight? As an apology, I've made a reservation at a restaurant and I also booked a suite for us. No, thank you. I'm divorcing you. What?
I was wondering what you were up to, and it turns out you proposed to my sister. And even after being rejected by my sister, you've been inviting other ladylike CEOs' daughters or college students to dinners and sweets, right? How many women rejected you in the past 3 months?
You knew?
You probably made a reservation at the restaurant tonight for another woman, right? And when she cancelled, you reluctantly invited me, huh? Did you finally realize you don't have the charm to attract women? And now you want to reconcile after trying to break up with me?
Oh no, it's not like that. I feel bad for being swayed by other women. But after getting to know various women, I realized that I only want you after all.
It's too late for anything you say now. I'm leaving with the baby in my belly.
Wait, a baby?
Please pay alimony and child support.
Wait a minute.
I'll leave the divorce documents on the table. Please sign it. Goodbye.
What? Is that child mine? I didn't know you were pregnant. I wouldn't have done this if I knew. Sophia, I love only you. I got caught up in your parents' evil plan. I'm a victim here. Sophia, please come back.
My sister and I, having severed ties with our parents and Liam, started our new lives. With the help of my sister and her boyfriend, I safely gave birth to my daughter. Although I am truly angry with Liam, our daughter who was born is adorable. With the child support and alimony I receive from Liam, I'm committed to giving my best effort in raising our daughter on my own. Well, in reality, my income alone is sufficient even without child support. Actually, I work as a lawyer and I make more than $100,000. On the other hand, my parents and Liam's income is less than that. In addition, Liam is burdened with paying alimony and child support to me. He is enduring a harsh life, paying for his mistakes. Meanwhile, my sister and her boyfriend are getting married next month, and I am really looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.